one today, which is about finding arc measures of circles. So today is a lot of just adding and subtracting once we have the vocabulary down. So when we're finding an arc measure, that means we're trying to find like the length from A to B. That would be an arc measurement. And how arc measurements are made is by what's called a central angle. So a central angle is just an angle that has its vertex or one of its corners at the center of our circle. So in the diagram here, ACB is a central angle because C is the center of our circle. And we know to name an angle, we need 3 points. So ACB we would call a central angle. If the measurement of the angle ACB is less than 180 degrees, that angle it forms what's called a minor arc. So less than 180 degrees, any arc that's less than that we call a minor arc. Everything else, even though it's not a part of that minor arc, forms what's called a major arc. And it has endpoints A and B, and then we have a middle point D in there. So minor arcs are named by their endpoints. So our minor arc in red, we would call AB. And you'll see a lot of times, you'll see it AB with a little like roof on it, or on your paper the roof is more pointed. That is a symbol for an arc measurement. Right? When I draw it, I usually make it more curvy, but online you can only do them pointy for whatever reason. So that's a minor arc. A major arc would be what would be here in blue. So a major arc is always going to be greater than 180 degrees. And to name a major arc, we use the two endpoints. So A and B would be our endpoints. And then we need some middle point, so D. So we could call this arc ADB. And use a little roof, little hat. So that's the difference between what a minor arc is and a major arc. A semicircle is kind of its own thing. It's neither a minor arc nor a major arc. It's just a semicircle, 180 degrees. So anything less than 180 degrees is a minor arc. Anything more than 180 degrees is a major arc. Anything that's exactly 180 degrees is a semicircle. And then I already talked through that last paragraph there. Dollar vocab. So now we know what arcs are, or figure out how we measure them. So the measure of a minor arc is just the measure of whatever central angle you have. And if we have the expression like an italicized M, and then your AB with a hat on it, it's read as the measure of arc AB. Just like how we had when we did the measure of, we did our angle symbol, we wrote out the name for our angle. Same idea here, but now we're talking about arc measurements. So since this central angle is 50 degrees, that is the same measurement as our minor arc. So our minor arc, we would say, has a measurement of 50 degrees. So the units for arc measurements are degrees. To find the measurement of a major arc, a whole circle together is 360 degrees. So to find our major arc here in blue, we would have to take 360 degrees, so all of our circle minus the slice of our minor arc. So 360 degrees minus 50 degrees. So the measure of our major arc would be 310 degrees. So in words, that would be the measure of a major arc is the difference of 360 degrees and whatever minor arc is related to it. We say related to, that's like what makes up the whole circle. All right. Next piece, we're going to go through and just find these arc measurements. So this is, like I was talking about, it's kind of instead of a curved arc hat, it's kind of a pointy one. So this is the same thing. So we're trying to find the measurement of RS, looking at our diagram. RS is made up of a central angle. RPS is a central angle because P is one of our vertexes. That's the center of our circle. So the measurement of this minor arc, so minor, would be 110 degrees. All right, next one. RTS, since I'm given 3 letters in there, I know it has to be a major arc. So I know R and S are going to be my 2 endpoints, and T is somewhere in the middle. So R, I got to next go to T, so I'm going around counterclockwise, T to S. So I'm trying to find all of this in blue. So this is my major arc. And how I find that is I take 360 degrees, the whole circle all around, take off the measure of my related arc, which is the minor arc. So I'm taking off 110 degrees. So that would leave me with the measurement of my major arc would be 250 degrees. Last one I got to find RST. So now S is in the middle. I still have my endpoints of R and T. So I'm going this way now, here to here. And we're already told that RT is the diameter. So now we're going from halfway around the circle. So this is a semicircle. Which always has 180 degrees. Half of 360. Again, not difficult, just adding and subtracting. Next piece would be just to mention, we've had a segment addition postulate, an angle addition postulate. Now we're having an arc addition postulate, which just means that to find the measurement of a larger arc, we can add a bunch of smaller ones together, which we'll do in this example. So to find GE, those are our 2 endpoints. It's a minor arc, so I know it has to be less than 180 degrees. GE goes from here to here. So we're going to have to use that postulate because GE is the same thing as adding the measurement of arc GH plus the measurement of arc HE. This is example A, I should label it. So then this is 40 plus 80. 40 degrees plus 80 degrees. So 120 degrees in total for this minor arc GE. Example B, we're at to find GEF. Again, G and F are our endpoint. G and then E is somewhere in the middle. So we go G to E to F. So essentially we're taking this red piece and then we're adding on arc FE as well. So if we want to kind of put that out into notation, we could say the measurement of arc GE plus the measurement of arc EF. So then we already know this is 120 degrees. And our blue arc is 110 degrees, so we can add those two together using our arc addition postulate. So we would get out 230 degrees. And then last one, GF, minor arc, would be this green one here. It's whatever's left over after we take from GEF. So for our last example, we could say, well, the measurement of arc GF is equal to the 360 degrees minus the measurement of GEF, that arc, the measure of arc GEF, which is then 360 minus 230. So then we get out this green arc over here is 130 degrees. So again, just adding, subtracting, recognizing what's going on, major versus minor. And we'll do one more. It's a classic pie chart problem. You see a lot of pie charts in this unit. So a recent survey asked teenagers who they would rather meet: a famous musician, athlete, actor, inventor. Okay, I don't know what inventor you'd want to meet, but or an investor. I don't know if any of you want to meet an investor either, but or just other person. It could be me. You may just have wanted to meet me. There you go.
61 degrees.
I know, 61% want to meet me. That's a pretty good percentage. The circle graph shows the results. Find the indicated arc measures. So this 83 degrees, this 61, this 79, these are all the measures of, if we were to make a central angle, we're assuming that this is the center of our circle. So we know that this arc length is 83 degrees, this one's 61 degrees, this is 79 degrees, that's 29, and that's 108. So we can now go through and solve for whatever we're given. So it's asking us to find the measure of arc AC. So I'm going to try to keep color coordinating this. AC is a minor arc, so we go from here to here. So we have to take the 29 degrees plus our 108 degrees. So that would be what? 137 degrees. The measurement of ACD. So now that is a major arc because we're going from A all the way to C, back around to D. So we have to add an additional, we can take this 137 and add additional 83 to it. to get our final answer. So that'd be 140 plus another 80. So that's 220. I'm right, 220 degrees. And check my mental math. 137 plus 83. 220. Got it. And then a DC, another major arc. Going from, but now we're kind of going in the opposite direction. So I'm going to erase these colors. Coming out A, D is our middle point all the way to C. So we're adding 79 degrees, our 61 degrees, and our 83 degrees. Again, this is just our arc addition postulate. So take 79 plus 61 plus 83. Gives us 223 degrees. And then the last one, E, B to D. That means it's everybody besides the others. So we can take our 360 degrees minus our related minor arc, which was 61 degrees. And then just do subtraction. 360 minus 61, 299 degrees. So those are all your answers.